time to waste, the excitement's building. This stream's about to be exhilarating. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. All of you. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Thanks for stopping by, the party's just begun. Stick around for more until the sun. Mic check, 1, 2, Dark Spider going live now. Get ready to see how make you shout wow. No time to waste, the excitement's building. This stream's about to be exhilarating. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. All of you. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter, party's just begun. Stick around for more until the sun. Mic check, 1, 2, Dark Spider going live now. Get ready to see how make you shout wow. No time to waste, the excitement's building. This stream's about to be exhilarating. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. All of you. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Thanks for stopping by, the party's just begun. Stick around for more until the sun. Mic check, 1, 2, Dark Spider going live now. Get ready to see how make you shout wow. No time to waste, the excitement's building. This stream's about to be exhilarating. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I see that that's not on. There we go. Hopefully the audio is better today. Everybody just have to let me know, what the audio sounds like. Hopefully it sounds better. It's so quiet. So let's get started as always. I got some good stuff for you guys today. We are going to be, I wanted to try, I talked about it yesterday a little bit. Once Human. I did just a little bit like the tutorial part yesterday evening, just kind of get through that part of it. But I haven't actually played the game per se. So we're going to take a look at that. And after seeing Subnautica yesterday, I'm really, really wanting to get back in and play some Subnautica. Thinking about that. So really, really consider doing that again too. But today I wanted to take a look. I don't know if you know who Tim Pool is or not, but he's on Rumble and he's also on YouTube. I've been following him for a long time. I like his stuff. And he was talking about Possessions, and I didn't watch it. I just kind of previewed like the first 2 minutes of it. And I wanted to check it out because just with all the horse shit that's going on today, I thought we'd check that out. Because like, you know, something's got to be going on. So let me check something really quick here. Should be good. I'm showing that the audio is working, so we should be good now. Yesterday we had an audio problem to find out, like I said, the computer had restarted, and for some reason OBS set everything back to default. So I'm not sure what was up with that. I'm really not sure what was up with that at all. So, hey, look, there's somebody new. Who was first today? Oh, Gaming Ninja was first today. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, good for you, buddy. Abram Yoder. Are you Amish? That's kind of funny. I'm seeing what I'm trying to get somebody to tell me if the audio is okay. Everybody want to chat now, or nobody want to chat. So obviously it must be good if you're answering.
Kinda.
Okay, good. Let's get into this first one here then. Let me find it. Here it is. Let's get into this. Again, if you guys don't know who Tim Pool is, I don't know why you wouldn't know. This is his YouTube. Now this was sent to me. Okay. This was sent to me for us to check out. So we're going to check this out. Again, I like Tim Pool. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to like him. But I'm going to paste his YouTube channel in here. And let you guys take a look. If you like it, give him a hit and a follow.
Welcome, Theoptimus Pyder.
Like I say, he's also on Rumble, so you guys make sure you check him out. But we're gonna check out this video. It's not terribly long, and we can skip some here and there if we have to. But I wanted to check this out first thing. Let me get back to OBS. We're gonna pull it up here. I think it was this one. It is. There it is. All right. So let's get into this really quick. Let's check this out, see what he's got to say, because I find it very interesting. I do. I find it very, very interesting. Because, like I said, something's going on. So let's pop this out.
The reality is they've never gone anywhere. Did you know that the Catholic... It's time to bring back exorcisms. The reality is they've never gone anywhere. Did you know that the Catholic Church still performs exorcisms? Now, I've personally seen things that make me believe genuinely there are people who are possessed. I am not a Christian, but I do believe in God. I do believe that there is evil. And the response I got from many people is, Tim, you're almost there. Maybe. I want to play just a quick few minutes from Ascension Presents, featuring Dave Van Vickle. And he makes some interesting statements about exorcisms and why they're performed. I recommend you guys subscribe to Ascension Presents to learn more about this, but I do want to show some of his video just for the context and for him to convey that understanding, and then I'm going to show you some news articles.
Tell people that I assist priests with their ministry of exorcism. The first question that comes out of their mouth is, are exorcisms real? Do they actually happen? I've witnessed many throughout my life, but it's also something that's really misunderstood. Hi, I'm Dave Van Vickle, and this is Ascension Presents. Decades ago, when I was a young man, I came into contact and became friends with two priests who were Roman Catholic exorcists. And for many years, I've had the chance to assist priests all over the country with this ministry. So, are exorcisms real? Yes. they are real.
Oh, thanks for that follow there. I just call you Abram.
You're not ready.
Are they like the movies? Not at all. Not very often at all. In the movies, you often see this depiction of battle between a priest and a demon, and you're wondering who's going to win. Is it the priest or the demon? Is it the priest or the demon? But we as Catholics know that the victory was guaranteed. It was won on the cross and given to the church. And through the church, like, those graces of victory are dispensed. And you can see it in a very physical way through the ministry of exorcism. Why did they happen? Well, the truth is that when angels fell, right, part of their fallen nature is that they want to dominate everything. They want to dominate the world. They want to dominate history. They want to dominate geography, everything they can.
Sounds familiar.
Including us. That's what they really want to come after. And so in this domination, they seek to take away as much freedom as possible. And in rare cases, demons are able to interact with us in pretty substantial ways. And sometimes, in very rare cases, when a human cooperates with them, demons are actually allowed to take over a person. And we would call that possession. If we cooperate with that domination, they take more and more and more of our will. That's what you see in the movies, like in these movies about exorcism, is a case of possession, where they're doing all kinds of crazy things that you can't imagine a human doing. It does happen, okay? Things like this do happen, and this is a really sad thing. It's also very rare. But in that case, the church is still assured her victory, and that's what exorcism is. It's an answer to the devil dominating a person in that way. The Catechism says that when the church asks publicly and authoritatively in the name of Jesus for a person to be protected from the powers of evil, we would call that an exorcism. The church is very careful before it proceeds with an exorcism. There are signs that we have to look for to see if a person is possessed, to make sure that it's not just mental illness mimicking some kind of spiritual ailment.
I think that's a big thing, is like, where's that line of mental illness and, if you believe in it, possession? I think it's a very slippery, like, slope line, whatever you want to call it. It's a very slippery thing there, I think, really, honestly. Kind of like science and magic, like they say in, like, the movies, it's, we see it as magic, but, the magic users see it as just their science. But I know that's movies, but my point is, though, is that how do we know that mental illness is really just not some type of possession? I don't know. Honestly don't. And I'm not here advocating saying devil, demons, possession. It's not what I'm saying. I'm very genuinely curious. I do believe in demons. I do believe in possessions, but I mean, I don't know. Is the human heart just that evil, or does it get a little help?
That the church looks for before proceeding with an exorcism would be preternatural physical ability. So something like super strength, or even something like levitation, knowledge of languages that they didn't know, like, for instance, a victim speaking in ancient Greek or Hebrew but that they never learned it. Clairvoyance, they know things that they shouldn't know. And then most commonly, an aversion to the sacred. They're afraid of holy things and holy places and holy people. They don't like to be around it, so they might feel a physical reaction to something like holy water.
So that's what I wanted to get to, and shout out again to Dave Van Vickle and Ascension Presents to discuss this. Take a look at this from the Catholic Herald. Demand for exorcism soared after lockdown months of COVID-19 pandemic. Priests told. Catholic exorcists say they are overloaded with possessed people. In the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, I have seen what I can only describe as the willful tolerance of what is both figuratively or literally the demonic, and what appears to be demonic possession. Videos of people cackling and freaking out and laughing.
I mean, it makes you wonder. It really does. It really makes you wonder, because what draws a person to cackle and laugh and joke about the death of someone? I mean, even if when, like Bin Laden, I didn't cheer in the streets, or anything like that. I mean, maybe I should have, because, that was a pretty horrible person. But I just don't rejoice in the death of anybody. I really don't.
Like a demon in the movies.
But I think I was watching the... There's Lady
Welcome,
K.
Lady Designs.
What's happening? Well, I was just watching, and they said there's a new poll that's out. saying that 24% of the left believe it's okay for violence against their political opponents. 24%. That's a huge number. 24% doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot. And I think it was like, because they went liberal and then they went Democrat. So it's like, liberal Democrats, it was 24%. I think it was 16% with Democrats. And with Republicans, I think it was like 3% with Republicans. And then like hard writers, it was like 8%. So even at that, it's still not that high. I'd like to see those numbers drop quite a bit more, especially on the Republican side. But, you gotta wonder. I mean, what? I can't imagine taking a human life. Could you?
No, I'm sure the secular liberal will just say, Tim, they're just mimicking these behaviors. They've seen them in movies. Perhaps, probably.
It could be.
Who says that demons make people act this way? But I've experienced things in my life, and I've seen what I believe to be true evil, and I think people need exorcisms. I recently had a conversation with a...
So is the answer then, we go to a liberal protest and everybody's got holy water and we start, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you, and see what happens.
Feller, who's for privacy's sake, I will not say who it is. And I'll keep the story a little bit vague. But they told me that they were a drug abuser. This is a news story, by the way. I have a couple stories for you. They were a drug abuser, and they were becoming scared with how their life was going. And so they read this Bible verse where they said that they would give themselves unto Jesus Christ. And in that moment,
Yes.
he said his heart rate skyrocketed. He began to sweat and shake and have a very serious, what he can only describe as anxiety or panic attack.
I mean, it really is the best thing. And you got to think about it this way, though, because if you believe in the Ed and Warren saga, however you want to say it, Ed and Lorraine Warren, they have documentation. They have video, they have audio, and you got to think about that huge case, with the Devil Made Me Do It, the movie. It's based off a true story. I mean, he still went to prison. But was he just mentally ill, or was he really possessed? It's really hard to say. I just find it hard to believe that people could be that evil without having something pushing them. And I mean, pushing them more than what the liberal Democrats are already doing. I don't know.
That he became so shaken and convulsing that he thought he was going to die and that he was sick. And he had people with him there that experienced this. The story was just conveyed to me recently. I got no reason to doubt whatever that story is, why someone would believe it. Maybe it's not true, maybe it is, whatever. Sometimes people make up stories. But I've heard other stories. I've told the story of a man that I knew who said that he was also a drug abuser, degenerate.
In the pet cafe.
One day while he was in the woods partying, like, I don't know, they went camping or something. He went to go relieve himself, and while he was, a booming voice from within his own body said, "Why are you doing this?" And it made him panic. And the voice said, "Why are you doing this to yourself? Stop." And so from that point on, he never did another drug. He sought answers, and he found the Christian church. Again, I'm not a Christian.
It probably scared the shit out of him. It probably scared the shit out of him. He had to get a new pair of shorts as well, probably. Thanks for that follow there, Daniel. I appreciate that. I imagine it would probably just scare the shit out of you, to be honest. I mean, everybody has that little voice, your Jiminy Cricket, your conscious voice, and I don't know what this guy's talking about per se, but so I don't know.
We're going to say in the comments, but Tim, if you're saying all these things, why don't you believe? Well, I believe in God. I believe that there are otherworldly forces, but the specific stories of the Christian church, I don't know that.
Oh, come on, YouTube.
I believe. I believe there are forces
Incoming
beyond our
at break.
understanding. I think we've discovered some of them. The electromagnetic spectrum is a force beyond our understanding up until we discovered it. And we can't perceive it, which means there's likely other forces we also can't perceive. And we don't know the true nature of the universe in its entirety. Even those of great faith don't, though they would believe they have a closer understanding than many, and maybe they do. Even those of great faith don't know the true, full mysteries of the universe. The universe is well beyond us. So I do believe it's fair to say that there is something well beyond us. But I've heard many other stories, and this one's for the secular liberal friends. DMT trips and machine elves and demons. I've heard stories from people who are not demon, and they've experienced what's called breaking through the veil. With a high dose of this drug, they blast off, as they call it, and go to another place of nearly indescribable proportions. Some have told me on these trips they've met people, they've met entities who have promised them power if they just give in. I don't know. There was a great article on Vice. I say great as in it was very interesting, where a man said that he did DMT and he met a purple woman.
What's DMT? Demilitarized turds? I don't know what DMT is. Is it a drug? I guess I better look it up. Let's find out, because I don't know what that is. What is DMT? What the fuck stands for dime, whatever the fuck, petamine. So it's a psychedelic drug. Okay, I just want to know what he was talking about, because I don't know what that is. I'm very drug dumb. So, okay.
Who talked to him?
The guy took a psychedelic drug and then said somebody was talking to him. So I kind of I don't know how I feel about that. If you're dropping acid or eating shrooms and all of a sudden the devil comes and talks to you, I mean, Water guns filled with holy water. I agree with that 1,000%. Just get some super soakers, fill it with holy water. Anybody can bless water. Anybody can. I didn't hear him say what it was.
And told him things. And he, I say great as in it was very just give in. I don't know. There was a great article on Vice. I say great as in it was very interesting, where a man said that he did DMT and he met a purple woman who talked to him and told him things.
Was she the purple people eater?
He explained to a friend of his, and the friend said he knew the purple woman and explained in detail things he could not have possibly known, indicating that taking this DMT brought them to a point that actually exists, and that by both experiencing it proved something. I don't know. I will say that I've had experiences in my life that I would describe as otherworldly. We even had, let me just put it like this. This building that I am in right now, it is a new building. We built it from the ground up. We laid the foundation. We structured the building. We did everything. Nothing was here forever, for hundreds, thousands of years. And we had what I can only describe as a poltergeist phenomenon in this building. And for personal private reasons, I don't go into details, but let me just say, it defied logic and reason. I'm not someone who's a sensationalist who's trying to make content for the sake of getting all those clicks, and so I'm not going to just blurt out private details of other people's business. But let me just stress this again. And I know people beg me to tell a story. That's not my business. But I experienced it, as did many of the employees here. And it defies science and reason and logic.
I'm a very skeptical person. I'm very cynical. And it's not that I don't believe in it or anything, or don't believe in ghosts, because I kind of do. But I'm a very visual person. So for me, it's like, I don't believe anything I see in videos on the internet, for the most part. I don't believe anything I see when someone says, oh, I got this picture of this ghost. Okay. So, I really need to see it for myself, honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest. And it's weird because I do believe in demons. I do believe in the devil. I believe in God. And I believe in possessions. But, I know there's no video that he's showing about it, but I mean, for me, it's really, I gotta see it.
It's crazy. Completely. Let me put it like this. What happened? is possible in physical reality. I'm not describing any kind of, like, I don't know, being manifesting or anything like that. But this experience that we had here, for it to have occurred would be like winning the lottery twice, back to back, in 1 week. The probability of these events occurring are so astronomical, it would defy logic. So I wouldn't call it a miracle or anything. It's a poltergeist phenomenon. And the story is,
To
and
be
I'll
fair,
keep it, again,
he
for
has
privacy
stated
sake,
emphatically
vague.
he does not believe
The
in
story
ghosts
actually
or God.
is not
So,
a singular
I
instance.
find it interesting.
Because the singular instance of the story, we kind of just said, wow, that was weird. And it happened twice.
Well, I agree. In case you didn't hear it, to be fair, he has stated empathetically that he does not believe in ghosts or God, so she finds it interesting. And I agree 100%. And I do believe in God. And I believe that if you can believe in God, then you
His
have...
office is in West Virginia. So anything is possible out there.
Oh, yeah, they still
LOL.
eat people there. They still eat people there. But anyway, and that's a joke. But anyways, so if you believe in one, you cannot not believe in the other. It's like a yin and yang thing. And I said it for a long time. You know, to me, it only makes sense that there's some kind of demon, possession, something. Because how can people just be as evil as they are today? Not only have we lost all morality in this country for the most part, I mean, we've just wiped it all out. You know, and everybody just has no morality left whatsoever. And when you lose all your morality, guess what? It's an imitation. That's all I'm going to say.
In very odd and specific circumstances that defy science. That's the only thing I can say. And we are all left shocked and scared. But let me just say this. Not the only thing I've experienced in my life that is indicative of something otherworldly or from beyond. And beyond meaning, of course, it is reasonable to say there are things that exist that we've not yet discovered. So I take a look at this world as it currently stands. And I have one observation. There is a decline in Christianity, and there is an increase in depravity, degeneracy, immoral behavior, but also what I would describe as demonic behavior. And I'll explain. I'm not saying demons are real. By all means, you can believe what you want to believe. But I think whether it is because of the secular view that without community and a moral foundation, people degenerate and eventually find vices they chase after, perhaps, or with the loss of faith, demons can enter people's bodies.
Again, he's saying the exact same thing that I just said. When you lose all morality and you let go of all that stuff and you start chasing just everything else besides what's morally right, it's kind of like messing with a Ouija board. You're basically given an invitation for entrance.
I actually think that there is a bit of demonic, and that is true. So I'll describe it like this. For those that would simply say, without faith, people have no morals, fine. That's an explanation, right? It's science. I have personally experienced what I can only describe as behaviors that defy human vice. And that is to say that, reasonably speaking, you'd expect someone to do things that we would describe as evil for an impulse, personal gain, personal satisfaction, anger, greed, envy. There are things that people do that we can explain why they do it. Even crazy people, we can say are crazy. Why did a person go and commit this heinous act? Mental illness. They thought the person was a giraffe, or who knows. They believed fake news and they took action. It's traceable. What about somebody who wants to make money so they rob a bank and kill somebody? That's greed. What about somebody who was angry at a neighbor, was a really nice car and a beautiful wife, and kills him and steals his stuff? We call that envy. What about two neighbors that are feuding over a property line dispute relating to some shrubs and some carrots, and they get into a fight and he beats the other guy to death? Wrath. We understand those motivations. That is human motivation.
All those 7 deadly sins and no Shazam.
Then there is demonic motivation. Things that I have seen, and news stories you can look up, that defy human vice and even mental illness. Now, you can tell when someone's crazy. Even when they sometimes kind of seem sane, they believe things that don't make sense. You can tell when someone is driven by vice because their motivations speak loudly. But I have personally experienced slights against me with the Kubrick stare, they call it, where they look down and they grin. Actions that served only to hurt people, that did not generate any resources, did not steal any resources, did not even satisfy wrath, a person's anger. I have seen and personally experienced slights and wrongs from people who have no possible motivation other than I want suffering and pain, chaos, and destruction. That to me is demonic. Because humans are pretty predictable. You have humans that desire and do things. The gangbangers in Chicago and the urban youth killings and shootings. It is honor-based. I mean, it's really predictable. Don't offend or slight me. Don't infringe on my turf or territory, and I'll leave you alone.
Right.
So it's about making themselves look tough and be the top. Very obvious motivating factors. It's not without some reason, though the reason is really dumb. Like I already mentioned, bank robbers, muggings. Now you take a look.
I mean, but I think it also boils down to is just how evil is the human heart. I mean, as long as humans have been on this earth, you know, with free will, I don't know. I think there's a line there, and I'm just not sure where it's at.
Look at the killing of Irina Zarutska.
Man, that was horrible.
A man got up and slashed her several times, stabbing her in the throat and chest, killing her.
His chest.
And that borders on the demonic and into the demonic, I would argue. Now, he says he's mentally ill. On the phone with his sister saying, yeah, it's that thing in me that's telling me what to do. This thing that's inside me. Is that somebody who's mentally ill? Maybe. What if the thing that was inside of him is the demon? The entity that he let in? I don't know. Or maybe he's just lying. Maybe he just wanted to kill someone. Okay. The secular view in my mind is that action is demonic. It serves no purpose. There's no rage. There's no...
I get what he's saying now. You know, the evil acts that people do are very demonic because it's like what a demon would do. I get what he's saying. So he's not even necessarily saying they're possessed, but he's saying it's demonic because nobody in their right mind would just get up and stab some little tiny girl in the chest as many times as he did and just walk away, be like, oh, I got me a white girl, and just walk away. You know, I get what he's saying. So he's not necessarily saying that these people are possessed, but he's saying it's demonic because the very definition of that is, you know, to do evil things, and killing is definitely an evil thing. So I get what he's saying. If I'm wrong, Crimson, correct me, but I that's what I'm getting out of it.
There's perhaps some envy, rage, and motivating factors in that the media has said white people are bad, this and that, and so the person genuinely believes something that is not correct. But it leans into the demonic in that it doesn't actually do anything. Attacking this person doesn't change those circumstances, doesn't rectify any past wrongs. And so by all means, one could argue that they're just angry. No, I would argue while that's possible, I'm not dismissing it. There is also, in my view, a probability of some kind of possession. I think there is something out there that motivates people to be evil.
I agree.
Because when I look at a lot of these attacks, these reckless killings, it serves nothing. Again, there is no human motivation behind it.
If you are
no
not
ideological
of God,
gain.
you are of the devil.
It seems like the only reason to do it.
The Bible is pretty clear on that.
You're the devil. You're the devil. You're the devil. I mean, yeah, I mean, because, I mean, no matter how twisted you may be, you know, what kind of reality are you living in where you're going to go and you're going to shoot a bunch of kids? I mean, what kind of reality is that? I can't imagine what kind of reality that is for that person. That it's, hey, you know, they go and they shoot all the, just like the recent, you know, Catholic school shooting. It's like, what possessed you, pun intended, to think that was something that you should do? And everybody can say, well, they're trans or mentally ill. Yeah, maybe, but at the same time, though, it's like, it's more than that to me. It has to be more than that. Or maybe
is to make people scared, to damage, to destroy, and that, you may just say, well, it's because they're left or because they have this view, but that is the demonic. It is a force of destruction, chaos. It defiles that which is good. Maybe it is all natural. Maybe humans are just like this.
See?
Or maybe there's an unseen force, and that is why Catholic exorcists say they are overloaded with possessed people. Because something is happening. When I hear these stories, I'll tell you this, when I hear these stories, and people say that they've personally experienced exorcisms, like Dave said in that video, they've seen it. I've met people who've personally witnessed it.
You know what I need to do is I really find it interesting. I think I would like to find an interview with someone that's actually been through an exorcism.
John 8:40 you belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth.
What? I don't belong to the devil. Fuck him. No, I don't. I think I'm misreading that quote because no, the devil ain't my father. Shit, fuck that. My dad didn't have no tail.
There's the secular argument. It's a mentally ill person, just placebo effect. They're being told.
Oh, but getting back to what I was saying, I would like to find some interviews of people that were actually have gone through an exorcism, and I just want to hear, you know, what they have to say. And you know what else I'd like to do too, though. I know they're out there. I'd like to actually on a live. I'd like to actually go and do the actual Ed and Lorraine Warren tapes to hear that shit. I really would. I think that would be very interesting to hear. I really do.
Exercise and they're going along with it. Maybe. But
Not you.
maybe it's real.
That is the scripture.
Take a look at this from Nat Geo. The real history of exorcisms. Oh, come on. I just wanted to read the headline. The real history of exorcisms that you...
It's nice to see that someone is a big... It's nice to see someone that's as a big a streamer as Tim Pool, that he has issues with fucking stupid ass web pages too. So I'm sorry, man. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing that the struggle is real. And glad to see it. I thought maybe there was something special that happened to you after you got really big as a streamer. But apparently not. So that's good to see. Good to see.
See in movies.
He is human.
They don't want me to read it, but that's fine. I just wanted to show you that they discuss it. There are reports that I think, like 1,000 exorcisms per year are happening. And I genuinely wonder if exorcisms really would solve this. I have a tweet. Actually, let me pull up the tweet. And we can read some of the responses. Because I said it's time to bring back, we need to bring back exorcisms.
I agree.
Here's my post. We need to bring back exorcisms. With 2.1 thousand comments and 1.4 thousand, 1,400 retweets. Data Republican says the authority to cast out demons is real and is grounded in Jesus' victory over death. Tom Sauer says, look up Father Chad Ripperger. Sour Patch Lids, this might actually fix it. I forget who it was, but somebody after a show one night said, I don't really believe in God, but I gotta say I'm kind of starting to believe in demons at this point, and that was back in like 2022. And I agree with that.
Something.
Adrian Curry saying someone is close.
Let me show you how to turn this.
Oh, YouTube and your commercials. How about no? How about no?
I'm hungry.
Paisano. Funny, but actually we have need nationwide free mental health care for all Americans ever since the 2016 election. I saw it with all due respect. People across political spectrums have been victims of endless political propaganda to aim to divide us all. They even do it. Joshua Charles says we've had them for over 2,000 years in the Catholic Church in every way, and that is true. But what I mean when I say bring them back is they are still considered obscure. They are not mainstream.
No, they're
But
not.
many said, look up Father Ripperger. All right. Let's do it. He's on YouTube. Maybe it's time that we have a conversation. Let's see. Why does good allow evil? Father Ripperger. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Is this his channel? Let me pull this channel up, give credit where credit is due. Census Fidelium inside Catholic exorcism 8 days ago. Let's hear it.
Ooh, let's see it.
Quenchable fire, where the worm dieth not.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Getting ready to buy
Oh.
our home. Do you
Wait, what? Is it playing a commercial?
Yo,
There we go.
it's so glad. I'm gonna say it again. It's just funny to me because I thought I was the only one that had that problem, and it's really nice to see someone as large as him. So.
Providers tell us, the fathers of the church tell us, that Eve committed 5 sins in the fall. And don't feel bad, Adam committed 8 in the fall. One of the first sins she committed was when she saw the snake talking, right? And she says, well, this is interesting, right? Now, she had infused knowledge. The fathers of the church tell us she had infused knowledge, and she knew that she should not be paying attention to this thing. That sin, the fathers call, is curiosity. It's the vice or the sin in which you pursue knowledge that's not proper to your state in life. Unfortunately, today, most people are watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of programs, because they're very curious about the types of things that we're going to talk about tonight.
I'm going to jump ahead.
This is when the person's thoughts bombard them. You know, the demons just bombard their thoughts. They can't get their mind off of a particular thing, and they're just always fixated on it. You're seeing a drastic rise in that because of pornography and things like that. People are watching that stuff. They're reading it, and they're viewing it on computers and things like that because it's so accessible, and as a result, you're seeing a lot of obsessions really getting extreme now.
Well, I think it goes back to what I was saying just a little bit ago. You know, we have lost all morality, and when, you got two paths. You got morality, and I'm not saying that you have to go and you have to be like, I love God, I love God, I love God, I love God. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but you could just be a good human, But when you choose everything else but just to be a decent person, this is what you get, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I agree 100%, Lady K. We would definitely look up his channel a little bit more and see what else he's got on this, because I do like this stuff. I find it very interesting. Again, maybe people are just reaching. Maybe we're just reaching. We're trying to find explanations for why people do things. Is that it? Are possessions real? Are demons real? I honestly don't know. But I would say that I do believe that they are.
Recently, I wrote 3 books in psychology, which is actually how I kind of got sucked into this work, because originally I was always trying to stay out of it. If you want to be an exorcist, there's already something wrong with you. And you shouldn't be there. So, I was in a diocese, and because I had taught in the seminary for 10 years and had written these books on psychology, and was actually giving advice to psychologists or to exorcists already. Because why? I wrote books on St. Thomas's approach to psychology and how different it is from the modern approach. Demons do not work with the modern paradigm at all. They don't. They're not even paying attention to it. They do understand human psychology the same way St. Thomas did. And that's why exorcists were calling me, because they wanted to know how the faculties interrelated and how they were working and how the demons were affecting this. And then slowly but surely, because I was the only one, there was a case that showed up in the diocese. Diocese didn't have an exorcist. Told them to bring someone in. They didn't, and they said, okay, well, would you do it as a last resort? I said, yeah, as a last resort. So the next thing I know,
100% real.
Caseload. The point being in all of this is that...
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean...
They did a study, and they found out that at least 25% of college-age students have either been on therapy or are currently on some type of psychotropic drugs.
Wow.
25%. Which actually fits my theory that the percentage of people that are diabolically obsessed in this country is somewhere around 25%.
Wow.
It's that high. Because too many people are simply doing...
Where's that 25%? He just said, and what did I just say a little bit ago? I can get the poll and I can show you. 24% of Democrats think that it's okay to show joy in the death of their political opponent, and that it's okay to have violence against their political opponent. So 24%, but he's just saying 25% of what he was just saying. So that kind of adds up.
Things that are opening the doors to let the demons in to affect them. They're committing grave matter. I mean, serious sins, mortal sin. The church has a reason why they call it mortal sin. What most people don't know is that the proper effect of every single mortal sin is possession. It's just that God blocks it in 99.9% of the cases.
I really want to just play this through and listen to more of what this father has to say. Now, admittedly, I grew up Catholic. I feel that the church did a poor job for me in teaching theology and understanding and philosophy and all of these things. To which I got a better education later after I was about 18 and started reading a bit more
100%. Make asylums great again.
I've never come back to the church because while I do believe in God and I believe that there are entities or something, there are things beyond our understanding that exist. And there is an unexplainable. At least so far. But there's an unexplained, I should say. The stories of the church don't. Again, I was talking to Jack Posobiec, and I said, the resurrection doesn't move me. I understand it does for some people, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I hear the story, and I'm just like, I hear it, but it's a story? To me, However, demons are real. I don't care.
My only issue with that is, how do you not believe in the resurrection, but you believe in demons? You believe in ghosts, but you don't believe in the resurrection.
There are personal things in my life that I don't wish to go into detail on, but there are people, I'll say a little bit, that I've known for years that have betrayed me in ways that defy logic. It makes no sense. That would do things to cause harm to me, my friends, my family, simply for the purpose of harm. And the reason why I say demons is that I have witnessed people that I know and trust, their behavior changed seemingly overnight.
Did you know you can pet me?
Like they're a totally
the pet
different
cafe.
person. And that's what shocked me. Their actions defied logic. It doesn't benefit them in any way. It serves no wrath. We are friends, not enemies. Maybe they're jealous, I guess. But how is it that one day, to be fair, not literally overnight, but within the span of a few months, span of a week or so, an individual who is my friend and sending messages and...
Yeah, that was a wild take.
It really is a wild take. It's like, how can you say that the resurrection doesn't move you? Which, I'm not putting words in his mouth. He didn't say he didn't believe in it. He just said it doesn't move him. And he's like, it's just a story. I'm like, yeah, but the eyewitnesses were women, and back then, women were not asked any fucking thing, but for some reason, they talked to the women about it that actually saw Jesus Christ. Again, the Bible has more archaeological finds that actually confirm what's in the Bible more than there's not. So, I don't know, man. I think it's a weird take. I believe in ghosts, I believe in demons, but I don't believe in the resurrection. I don't understand that. I'm not knocking the guy. I'm not dogging him. I'm not insulting him. I'm questioning that. I'd like more information on that from him.
See, when I see holidays was all of a sudden completely different. As if they were possessed. Intentionally causing harm, destruction, trying to physically and emotionally hurt people. It made no sense. I said, did they just have like an aneurysm and their brain switched? Maybe. There's always there's a scientific explanation for all of that, of course.
And that's a key answer that he just said there. There's always a scientific explanation for it. Is there?
But I would actually argue that...
And that wasn't knocking him. I'm knocking the science, saying, they're always saying there's some kind of scientific explanation for, basically what's wrong with people. And I'm like, is there?
Saying possession doesn't defy science. I'm just making a probably stretch hypothesis. To be fair, the logic would suggest that for many of these instances, people become indoctrinated and then suffer mental health episodes, which changes their behavior. That's rooted in reality.
What he said, times 10. You can't go around for 10 years and keep repeating the same shit, brainwashing, If you go back, and I'm going to try to search for it, I'll see if I can get some help, but I'm going to try to search for it. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. The news organizations, if you line them all up together, they say all the same words. You can't brainwash people for 10 years using the words Nazis, fascists, existential threat to democracy. Because what happens is you got people that are, oh, I'm listening. What?
Addiction changes brain chemistry permanent.
There he is, pirate.
Plus
What's
LI.
up, buddy? I agree. Addiction changes brain chemistry. Exactly. So you get these little, what I call radicalized zealots. They're here. They're
So other addictions logically can too.
right, 100%. Whether it's like porn, you're addicted to the dopamine. You know, it's so many things. Smoking, I'm addicted to the nicotine. Code Red, I'm addicted to the sugar. But my point is this, though, is that so you got 10 long years, probably a little longer than that, because we were just sleeping. Let's be honest about it. Republicans were sleeping while the left was indoctrinating our kids in schools, in colleges, in high schools. Indoctrinating, brainwashing, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's all about the same thing. And like he was just saying, and it creates these little radicalized zealots, and that's what you're getting today. I mean, the guy that assassinated Charlie Kirk, he thought he was going to be a hero for it. Now, he didn't specify that, but I guarantee that's what was in the back of his head. You can't negotiate with hate, that type of hate. That's what he said. You can't negotiate with that type of hate. What the fuck are you talking about? And it's because he was so brainwashed from all the bullshit the media's been pushing, the Democrats have been pushing, and that's what you get. That is what you create, and that's what they wanted to create. So, no, there is no phone call where they're calling this guy, the Democrats, be like, it's time. And and if something clicks in his brain, he puts the phone down, he goes and gets his gun, and he goes out. That's not how it works. It's the brainwashing that's been going on. This kid was raised Republican in a good home, a good Christian home, good family, good parents. He gets over to college, and poof, just like that, he's done.
It is possible that...
So I'm agreeing with Tim Pool here. I am 100% agreeing with him.
Prove scientifically at some point that there are forces beyond our current recognition or understanding. Heck, we did it with the electromagnetic spectrum. So yes, very likely. In which case, personally, I feel like the better explanation is there is a force that has altered their mind in some way, whatever that force may be. Because typically, to get from point A to point B, there's a process. The idea that a person would wake up one day speaking a different language makes no sense, but that's what they say they look for. The idea...
Yeah, if I woke up tomorrow and knew anything else besides shitty English, I think my wife would know.
That an individual I knew would wake up one day with a completely inverted worldview and then start causing chaos and destruction makes no sense to me.
Maybe they just went to college.
Unless they had a mental breakdown snapped, fine, I get it. But I'm just saying this, man.
Intellectual skater
I understand when I say it's time to bring back exorcisms, the response is we still do it.
I don't watch him regularly. I'll be honest. I've been following him for a while. But this, I was very interested in. I don't watch a lot. I'm going to be honest. I don't. But I'm also going to be honest with everybody here. I don't watch a lot. I'm so busy doing other things, I don't honestly have time to sit back and just watch live streams all the time or videos and stuff. I really don't. I
can take him in small doses.
It's small
LOL.
doses. It really is. It's very small doses, bro.
Seems to muse about current events, but no conviction.
And that's the difference, though, is I have very high convictions. Even a clock can be
right twice a day.
Even a clock can be right twice a day. That is 100% true. I agree with both of you 1,000%.
At Crim's a Widow, 100%.
I agree with you guys 1,000%. I just wanted, somebody sent this to me, and I wanted to check it out, because this is what I told you guys to do, was send me videos. So this is what we're doing. But I agree, it's small doses for me, but it's that way for a lot of live streams out there. Asmongold, I can pretty much watch as much as possible. Moist Critical, same way. I just...
Doing it enough. And when I hear stories from somebody, like I said, where when they said they would take Jesus Christ into their heart and they had a convulsion and a panic attack and started shaking, and they had previously been a degenerate drug user and just messed up, I'm like, I think you were casting out demons, bro. I know people are going to respond with, but Tim, he was giving himself unto Jesus. I understand this. I understand. I'm fairly agnostic on those things. And I don't like using the word agnostic, but say undecided. I believe in God. I think God is observable. And the people who deny this are simply trying to find a reason to deny it. I've had more than enough conversations with atheists, theologians, Jews, Taoists, deists, whatever. And I think God is observable. Meaning, when you track reality, you do the math, you break it down. If what we know about science and understanding is true...
Thanks for that follow, Lion and the Lamb, 777. Thank you very much. Come on in here and say hello. Abram Yoder, I also agree. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Then you can see what I describe as a Sudoku puzzle of the universe. Pieces we can see with pieces we can't. And in the pieces we can't, you make a logical inference based on what the math predicts, and it predicts.
My other problem with, like, it's not really an issue with Tim Pool, is that the only reason I really started watching more clips was because the way he was tearing up these liberals, and that's what got me watching a little bit more of his clips, was just watching him tear up liberals, like that comedian where he was knocking Catholics and Christians, and Tim Pool challenged him. He's like, well, why don't you go to the UK and make fun of Muslims? You won't. Because you can't. You're only able to do that here because of your freedom of speech. And the guy kept disagreeing. He's like, I can go over there and do it if I want to. I'll bet you $1,000 you cannot go to the UK and make fun of them. Thanks for the follow, Peter Bruce.
Of God, that's my view.
But I agree with this video, though. I really do. I agree with this video. So I think what we'll do next...
I think there are demons. I do. I also think there are angels. I don't know if the right way to describe them is angels or demons, but let's just put it this. There are positive entities and negative entities. There is a conscious force of the universe that exists. Your consciousness exists within the universe. The universe is capable of consciousness. We are the proof of it. And that means that what we experience as consciousness likely isn't the end-all be-all. You see a small fire, a campsite. You don't think that's all fire ever will be, because we know forest fires exists. We also know that there's raging fires of greater proportions. Consciousness, as a reaction of within the universe based on the principles of the universe, certainly exists at higher scales and higher degrees. How far it goes, I assume ad infinitum. Maybe I'm wrong. The singularity. But it stands to reason at least a little bit that there is a conscious force of the universe.
What's going on?
Whether you want to admit it or not. Call it whatever you want. Some positive, some negative. Some humans are good, some humans are evil. These entities and these forces may string us together, and if you let the evil in, it will take you. And one day you will look in the mirror and you won't recognize yourself, and you'll wonder why you became something so dark. But how do you...
Maybe I joined the DC universe. That's why I became so dark, because I joined the DC universe. This is... I'm up in the air on this shit. Yeah.
Now again, Catholics have their confession, and there is a redemption.
Yeah, I was born and raised I wasn't born, but I was born, of course. I wasn't hatched. But I was raised Catholic. I went to all Catholic schools, except for a few times I went to public. But I left the Catholic Church for several reasons. Because I was actually kicked out of church at one point because I wouldn't kiss a bishop's ring. And call me a germaphobe, but I also just didn't see the point of kissing a ring. That seems awfully Roman-esque, and I just didn't see the point. There's a lot of shit in the Catholic Church that I just don't agree with. I don't agree with all those false images of God in there. I don't believe in any of that shit. I'm not kissing anybody's fucking ring. I can tell you that shit right now. So I don't know, man.
For all those who seek faith in Jesus Christ, at least it's my understanding. I could be wrong, but I think that's true. I'm not going to purport to believe what they believe, but I say it like this: we must always keep the path of forgiveness open. There are limits, I understand, but for most people, Because if we do not, there's only one path they can go down, and that's the path of darkness. Those who have committed ultimate darkness and crossed the line, I understand why we don't forgive. That's up for God to decide. But for most people who have simply engaged in personal wrong, slights, degeneracy, bad behavior, that road to redemption must always be offered. So, we should bring back exorcisms.
I hear you, man. LOL.
Subscribe!
I mean, because I think the whole point of the video for me was this. It's like, if you go back and you look in history, okay, look at that guy. Gein, however you want to say his name. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced.
It's long-winded and rough for kids, too.
It really is. I have a buddy that we're going to have on the show here. He's a history major. He was actually a history teacher. And he's really big into, past serial killers, hauntings, ghosts, goblins, demons, all that shit. Really, really knowledgeable. Anyways, so explain to me how a person can make a skin lampshade. What in the fuck in your brain says, oh look, I put lotion on your skin so I can make a lampshade out of your ass. I don't understand that type of thinking. And it's obviously because we would never do it, obviously. But my point is that just because I would never do it doesn't mean that that's not demonic shit to me. I mean, how in the fuck that you would eat people or make lampshades out of their skin? It just seems like that would be smelly. And I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But that's all I wanted to show you on that. I really find it interesting. I've always been very, I wouldn't say interested in like, I want to be, but I always found like the demons and possessions and all that shit very interesting to me. Let me get this other one up. I want to check out a couple of these and see what we think. I find that most of these are foreign, but let's check out some ghosty stuff. Now this is that guy. We've seen his videos before. It's Haunter on YouTube. I'm going to post his channel in here for you guys to hit him up and hit a like and a follow for him. But before that, guys, do me a favor. Bear with me here. We're going to do, I'm going to get an ad read out of the way because I still have to do ad read still. So let me do this ad read real quick. You probably noticed that Rebel's growing fast and is not slowing down. They're building a real alternative to big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. And now there's Rebel Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you came for. Plus, Premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scenes drops, and more from your favorite creators. Right now, Rebel's offering $10 off an annual subscription. Just go to rebel.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO at checkout. That's rebel.com/premium, promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal. Now that should... Yep, it's on there. Good. All right, let's check this out. Give me a second here to bring it back up. Yep, that's the right one. Here we go. I like these two. Most people seem to like them. You definitely feel free to comment because basically I just say real or bullshit. Scary ghost videos that will corrupt your mind forever. Ooh. So, because we just got done watching about the demons and possessions and things like that. So, but I'm going to look. I want to find some interviews of people that actually, they got to be out there. I want to see an interview with somebody that was actually in an exorcism, call them possessed, whatever. I'd really be interested to see what that would be like. So, but let's get into this real quick because we got other stuff to do today.
A man's wife had just left for work, leaving him home alone for the day. At first, everything seemed normal. He enjoyed the quiet, scrolled on his phone, and went about his morning without a second thought. But after a few hours, the atmosphere shifted, and something happened that shook him to the core.
Why are the ghosts always knocking on the door? What the fuck? is this shit?
Only in theaters Friday.
Oh,
Drugs and your body have a toxic relationship.
Why is there 60 fucking commercials all of a sudden?
At cdc.gov/freemind.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
But why are ghosts always knocking on the door?
You guys know,
like little pig, let me in.
There's nobody here.
Hello.
Whoa, okay.
From the bathroom door came a series of knocks, clear and deliberate. He grabbed his camera and began filming, his voice uneasy as he explained the situation to the audience. To test it, he knocked 3 times back against the door. What followed stunned him. The exact same 3 knocks echoed back from the other side. Gathering what little courage he had, he slowly opened the door and stepped inside, only to find nothing at all. The bathroom was empty, silent and still, yet the feeling that he wasn't alone lingered heavily in the air.
I just spit on my screen, damn it.
Dean was working his usual night shift as a security guard at the mall, a job that often left him with long stretches of silence and empty hallways. He never minded the quiet until strange things began to happen after dark. At first, it was small things such as distant creaks and the sound of something faintly tapping, but soon the noises grew harder to ignore. Determined to prove he wasn't imagining it, Dean pulled out his phone and began recording.
Let them know where I'm at. Dude, like, I'm so on edge now. So freaking on edge.
Man, if I was a security guard at a mall with a food court, it'd be so hard for me not to go in the food court and just try to make me something to eat.
It's creepy, man. It's so freaking creepy.
Because who eats when they get bored?
No. Dude, what the hell?
Oh, they got a Philly cheesesteak place too. Yum.
What the hell is that?
I don't hear anything. Oh, I saw that shit though.
Okay. I'm done.
The footage starts with him walking through a corridor when a loud dragging sound echoes nearby. The unmistakable noise of something heavy like a table being pulled across the floor. He quickly pans around, but nothing looks out of place.
Maybe they're just trying to help
as
you
he
mop.
tries to calm himself, a chair in front of him suddenly slides forward. Then again, moving twice on its own with no one near it, Dean's breathing grows heavier, and the fear takes over. Without waiting to see what might happen next, he bolts from the area, his footsteps pounding as the clip ends. A ghost hunter with a very small subscriber count decided to explore an old castle said to hold dark history, hoping to capture something that would finally prove to his audience that the stories were real. From the very start of his recording, the tension was there from the sheer atmosphere of the place.
First of all, watch the outside window. There seemed to be a face peering in. But watch as I turn the camera, there's a figure by the wall.
I don't see shit through your potato can, brother.
In that very first pan, a faint face could be seen in one of the windows.
Oh, I did see a face in a fucking
almost
window.
Too uncanny to be human. The clip then cuts to another pan from a different angle.
That's
and
creepy
again,
as shit.
another faint figure could be seen inside the castle, as if it was watching him move around the grounds. The hunter was frightened at the time. Fortunately, though, he pressed on, determined to keep filming. This isn't the end of his investigation. and the story inside the castle is only just beginning. So
I'm gonna
make
go to
sure to
castle.
subscribe so you don't miss the continuation of this story in one of my next videos.
I'm gonna go to a castle.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ripley.
What's up, Ripley?
Kokoko, a channel known for exploring eerie, abandoned places, recently uploaded footage from an abandoned hotel that had been empty for several years. The building itself was in total disarray, with debris scattered across the floors and walls crumbling from neglect.
Oh, I love these. There's a possibility that it was a blow? What does that mean? God damn YouTube and your commercials.
Hey, this is Brett, capturing a true story for a documentary.
Shut up. Nice hair, bro. I hope he didn't pay for that. Dude, there's somebody standing in there. Was there not somebody standing in that room?
As the group made their way toward the rooftop on the 8th floor, the camera happened to catch something unsettling. In the frame, a shadowy figure could be seen standing in a doorway, though none of the explorers noticed it in the moment. It was only after the video was uploaded that viewers began pointing it out, confirming that the figure had been captured on film. The team didn't react at the time, but the discovery has left everyone shaken since. This moment is just one part of the investigation, and I promise that this video is going to be revisited and covered more in future uploads on my channel.
I saw it. I saw it first thing.
Octavio was home alone when her dogs suddenly started barking non-stop, their attention fixed on something downstairs. Curious and a little uneasy, she went to check, and was stunned to see a pair of red gates she kept inside her home moving in a mysterious way on their own. Wanting proof, she set her camera up on a table and caught the unsettling moment on video.
Yeah, I fell over. Sounds like my house.
Incoming at Brett.
That's a little fucking iffy for me. Those doors don't just open easy. It does look like there's something right there, though. Look right here. There's something there.
The gates swung back and forth without anyone near them, leaving no explanation for the movement. Octavio admitted afterward that the experience left her shaken.
Wait,
and
what?
now she...
Maybe this is because it's a different country, but why is there like a half wall here and these two doors here? What do you got to do? Open these and then step over the fucking wall? This doesn't make any sense to me. Unless it's just meant for like handing out food or something. But that's just a weird thing altogether, but there was definitely something there.
He's looking for a ghost hunter to help get rid of whatever is haunting her home. I wish them all of the luck I can possibly give on banishing the spirit, because nobody deserves to live with something like that.
See? There was something there. So, Just saying. Come on.
Ragalzu has appeared before on this channel when he returned to the school he once attended and caught terrifying proof that it was haunted. But this clip that I am about to expose your eyes to is different, because it didn't happen at the school, but it actually happened in his own home. After leaving that place behind, Ragalzu always feared the ghost might have followed him, and one night he decided to record in his bedroom just to be sure.
¿Qué quieren que vea?
Oh.
How about new?
I was like, I'm gone. Bye. Adios, muchachos.
No, miedo no tengo. Siguen aquí. Siguen aquí.
This is boring. Come on. What the? That's a nasty looking mop bucket. And why the hell's the water running? I don't know. I'm taking this as a click and like video.
One of the best parts
Too many
of working at
iffy
Best
things
Buy
in there.
is getting to try out some seriously cool tech. As a gamer myself, I've been hands-on with the...
Nobody cares.
The footage shows his wardrobe door creaking open at a decent pace.
Oh, so
even
he lives
though
there.
He was alone in the room. Just seconds later, the bedroom door slams shut violently, as if something wanted him trapped inside. Finally, an object falls on its own, and then a shadow can be seen peeking out from behind his chair. For anyone who doubts what he caught before, this video adds a chilling layer, proving that the haunting may have followed him home. Ragalzu's story didn't end with his bedroom doors moving on their own though. Just a few nights later, while he was asleep, strange noises woke him up again, and this time, they were way more mysterious. At first, he tried to ignore them, but they grew louder until he decided to get out of bed and investigate.
¿Cuál es esta habitación? Sí. ¿Macumba dijeron? ¿Puedes volver a cerrar la puerta?
We need a Three Musketeer break.
Se desenfocó la cámara. Ya estoy aquí adentro. Ahí. Mira.
I mean, if he's editing, he's doing a good job.
Salga.
Because I don't see any ropes or nothing.
No, déjame cambiar la cámara, quiero ver aquí. La vez pasada se vio una cara detrás mío, quiero ver si vuelve a aparecer. Tómalo.
Alright, bro, your shit's boring. Come on.
Yeah.
Either get hunched by a ghost or just get off the pot, man. Let's go. Hey, there was a shadow back there, bro. Did y'all see that?
Ahí está.
Was that him?
As he left his room, one of the nearby doors suddenly slammed shut with no one else around. He cautiously pushed it open and stepped inside. But once he was deep in the room, the door closed behind him on its own, trapping him for a moment. Eventually, he plucked up the courage to approach the door to leave, shaken and unsure what he had just experienced. The footage ends there, and with no further updates since then, it's clear this may not be the end of Ragalzu's haunting.
Hopefully it ended that video, because that shit was boring.
Ian, also known as the Midwest Ghost Hunter,
has
spent
this guy.
years traveling to some of the creepiest abandoned places across the Midwest, sharing his solo investigations with those brave enough to follow his adventures. In this continuation of his exploration of the old abandoned theater, Ian found himself lingering near the main staircase after a series of strange encounters earlier in the night.
Okay, I'm hearing weird noises up there.
I bet you are. I still think that I should do a parody of these. I really do. Just find an abandoned house and I'm going to go in and I'll have like a stick in my hand and I'll move shit. You'll see the stick in my hand and everything. I just think it'd be funnier than shit because that's what I feel like happens 90% of the time.
It sounds like there's somebody up there. What the hell was that?
Yeah, this guy.
Oh my god, guys, it literally sounds like she's coming down these stairs.
This guy, this is what I think about this guy.
You serious? I smell perfume.
I smell perfume. Maybe it's a fucking Estee Lauder fucking vampire.
What the heck? I smell perfume.
It's the ghost from Estee Lauder.
And it's starting to feel colder in here, too.
Well, maybe she's bleeding.
Ma'am, you don't have to be shy. Feel free to come down and talk to me. Madam, what's your name?
Estee Lauder.
Oh my god. I heard that. That was a lady's voice.
Thank you, ma'am. I heard you loud and clear.
As he stood there, he began to hear odd noises coming from upstairs, so he raised his camera and snapped a few pictures into the dark. That's when the atmosphere shifted. Disembodied footsteps echoed, coming down the stairs toward him, though nobody was visible. The air grew noticeably colder, and a faint scent of perfume surrounded him, as if someone had just walked past. Then, clear as day, a woman's voice whispered the name Mabel. The theater's history is full of mysteries, but Ian had never encountered anything this direct before. This specific clip ended there, but Ian was rattled, however, still determined to press on. Subscribe, because this story is far from finished, and Ian's next video will continue to uncover what haunts this theater. Juan Ferrada was having a nice and relaxed night watching television, and slowly dozing off to sleep. He was getting closer and closer to rest, and his eyes were slowly closing, so he decided to power off the TV and call it a night. However, it was when he did this that his front door started knocking really aggressively. Out of fear, Juan entered freeze mode and couldn't move, unsure of who could be so demanding of entering his house at this late hour. Eventually, he buckled up the courage to check it out, and it was the last thing he could have possibly expected.
We saw this one before. Or was one very similar. I mean, I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. That's going to be a little hard to fake, I would think, unless you're just editing the video and cutting the person out with a jiggle on the handle, but I don't know. It did seem awfully floppy, though, didn't it? That's a little iffy for me, man. That seems ghosty to me. I'm like, stop, dude. I gotta go to sleep. Unless somebody's got a string on it and they're pulling from outside, I can't think of any other reason why they would do it unless it really was a ghost. I don't know.
Somehow, there was nobody on the other side of the door, and no matter how many times he chose to open and close it, still, no one appeared. It was almost as if the knocking was coming from thin air, which is obviously impossible, so this had to be a spirit. Juan is currently in contact with several ghost hunters who are expertised on the matter, and it is only a matter of time before he gets the help he needs. I wish him all of my luck.
Because I mean, it looked like it was just a screen, like there was no, like you could stick something through those holes in that screen door. So maybe they had a string attached to it that went underneath. I don't know, but it looked pretty real to me.
On January the 23rd of 2018, a video was uploaded to Facebook that would cause everybody who witnessed it to question everything about life. It was captured by a man called Diana Ramos, and he had never experienced anything that he would label as paranormal before. Whilst this did mean he wasn't confident in the existence of ghosts though, he was open to changing his interpretation, and this event definitely did that. Take a look.
There's a little kid who ran by.
Taste the envy.
Dude, like, you're lying. They were calling that dude a liar. But like, what are you talking about, bro?
Oye, corrió hacia acá. Oye, te juro que pasó ahorita una niña corriendo. Ahorita mira, te voy a hacer el video.
I mean, somebody definitely ran past there. Something did.
In the corner of his eye, Diana noticed some sort of human figure gliding behind the doctor, and it was well known that nobody was in that room. After reviewing the footage and showing it to everyone else in the room, they all agreed he wasn't just seeing things, and this was an urgent matter. The doctor informed his boss of the incident, and they agreed he could relocate to another room if it bothered him, and he took the offer. Hopefully this spirit doesn't follow him there too. Just hours before this next clip was recorded, a couple were happily enjoying their joint day off together without the kids. They hadn't had so much time together in ages, but instead of choosing to go to a fancy restaurant or a proper day out, they thought staying home was the best idea. For a while, things were peaceful, as they should have been, and there was no sign of anything out of the ordinary happening. Until there was. All sorts happened in their house, and they were forced to sprint to church and ask for help. Unfortunately, the priest needed proof of what caused this, so they had to go back into the house with a camera, and this is what was filmed.
Is the narrator Optimus Prime? Everything was fine until it wasn't. Well, no shit.
Tylko klucze.
Another asthma-induced fucking ghost hunter.
Ja muszę stąd wziąć tylko klucze.
Okej.
Wychodzimy.
Dobra. Wychodźmy szybko.
I don't know what that says.
Agnieszka zasługuje. Tu się dziwne, muszę zaciszyć.
Ja się boję, bomba, wyjdźmy stąd, proszę cię, co?
Słyszysz? Mówię ci, że tu się dzieją dziwne rzeczy.
Isn't that Michael Jackson?
Idziemy. Czekaj, muszę zamknąć dom.
Oh, they say get out.
Literally
Get out.
all sorts happened when they returned, and to call this a paranormal surge would be a disrespectful understatement. This stuff was on a whole different level, and the priest agreed after seeing the footage. They are scheduled to visit in a few days' time, so from now, it's just fingers crossed until
I'd be
something
like, you better send
happens.
all the priest. Guys, I'm gonna pause it there for a second. Let me get this other ad read if you guys don't care. Bear with me here. Let's get this done. Hey, football fanatics, are you ready for some primetime NFL action? Tune into Westwood One for all the gridiron glory you crave. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-changing plays, don't miss a moment of the excitement. Catch every snap, every tackle, every victory on Westwood One. You can listen to the NFL on the NFL app, on Westwood One Sports app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. There we go.
If you were to guess 3 places that were most likely to be haunted, I bet your guesses would include the basement, a graveyard, and some sort of medical center. If you did say one of these 3 things, you were right, and this upcoming video proves that. When Paddy's mother was hospitalized for the foreseeable future, he visited the facility a lot to check up on her. However, there was one area of the hospital that was strictly forbidden. It was what used to be the waiting room. But after rumors of some sort of ghost terrorizing it, the owners of the hospital had to relocate the room and deem this one out of bounds. One day, though, curiosity got the better of Paddy, and he decided to do a little bit of investigating. He thought this story was a load of rubbish, and maybe it was a cover-up to try and hide something. This is what happened on his voyage.
That camera, I mean, look at that. Good God Almighty. Like 1970 called and they want their camera back.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
1 minute, it's smooth driving.
Jesus. I'm not even gonna say anything.
For a small period, nothing much happened, and Paddy was becoming extremely convinced that his theory was correct. He was looking everywhere to see if there was something that could possibly be a hidden piece of information, and finally, he found something. It definitely wasn't what he expected, though. Out of seemingly nowhere, a human-looking figure appeared in the corner of the room, and it was dressed in a purely white robe. The thing that made this even weirder than it was is that when Paddy panned the camera back to the corner, the spirit had disappeared entirely. After showing this evidence to his friends, they all said it must have been a weird light casting, but Paddy had a feeling that this was real, and being the one in the room, his verdict is the most important. Let me know what you think in the comments.
It's hard to tell when you're looking through a potato camera.
The Devil's Tramping Ground is a North Carolina hotspot for paranormal activity, and many people are too scared to give it a visit. Fortunately for us, a man called Kevin, who professes in ghost hunting across the United States, decided to visit the location to help show people that ghosts don't actually harm people, they just play with them. Throughout the video, small things happen that could easily be excused
Do I have to
for
pay
a natural
for it, or is it
cause,
just free?
but at one point, something truly unsettling took place, and you should have a watch.
Maybe ever who was here before had to get out here in a hurry.
Fuck's that?
Hey, got a lot of meat here. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is there anything in it?
No. In the background of the video, a white human figure was walking through the forest, as if it was just a regular day. This definitely wasn't a human because of its full, white appearance, and the way its movements glided. So Kevin was 100% certain this was a poltergeist upon reviewing the footage. 36,000 people saw this video, and that's 36,000 people who will never want to visit this location.
I'll go. I'd go in a heartbeat.
When a married couple are both suffering from poltergeist activity together, you would think it'd become slightly easier, but that could not be further from the truth. The following video captures a paranormal surge that happened in a couple's household, and the scariest thing is that this wasn't even the first time one happened. For the past month, they have both been experiencing this, and it is no surprise that the wife said what she did at the end.
Creep me out.
Yeah, that's why I said let's put it all away.
Maybe I know, but I'm just like nervous.
I'm getting upset because
We fucking Ouija board, right? I mean, man, I don't know how many times I gotta say it.
We gotta close it off. Let's close it away. Oh shit, baby, baby! I was trying to put it away and fuck. What was that? Well, I'm like that. Did I hurt you, baby? Did I hurt you? Did I bump into you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm real sorry.
I'm done.
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was not my intentions, honey. Hold on.
I want to stop.
It's too late now.
Moving like that. Baby, you see that? You fucking see that shit?
I told you, I'm literally done with this. I'm about to just go in the other room. You're starting to piss me off. I don't want to play around with this shit no more.
Baby, I'm telling you, I don't want to play it either, but this is crazy, baby.
You better burn that Ouija board, buddy.
Are you serious?
The wife was done with all of it, and thought that if they stopped entertaining the ghost with a reason to haunt them, then it would eventually stop. I hope that this is a true theory and that her husband actually takes action on it, but I guess we will never know.
Well, like I said, real or not, we'll never know. Creepy, yes.
A few years ago, a TikTok account was made called The Dark Truth, and its only goal was to document a haunting that a man was going through. It was really bad, and he supposedly couldn't go more than 2 days without something strange happening, so it was only a matter of time before he sought the internet for advice. One day, he decided to do a live stream to showcase that his short videos were not staged at all, and that things would happen at random points in the day. Something weird happened in this stream, but I'm going to let you figure out what.
Once I have an idea, it what? It wants to be afraid of it.
It did move.
Let's get what?
Nice to meet you. I'm Ripley.
Huh? I think.
Oh, all right, buddy. Come on.
This is my kitchen.
Well, we didn't think it was the bathroom.
The tournament is here. The new season of Twisted Metal is streaming now.
Anybody watch that show? I couldn't get into it. I tried, but I couldn't get into it.
My seat? What do you mean my seat? What do you mean my seat?
Right.
Don't even say that. That'd be scary. I have to live here by myself.
That's a little iffy right there.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
At first, the man didn't even realize what was going on behind him, and it was very sneaky from the spirit. It was toying with him to a new extreme, and even threw something down the stairs while he was innocently sitting on them. If I was this man, I would contact a ghost hunter immediately, and for his own safety. I really, really hope he does. Ghosts like this are not easy to deal with at all when faced alone.
We're going to pause it there. Let's take a break. And when we come back, I think we're going to try to fire up that game that I haven't really... I tried it a little bit once human. Let's see what that's about. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
In the shadows, I take my aim. Every move a part of the game. Silken threads, a deadly art. One strike straight to the heart. Dark spider, eyes in the night. Playing the game with a venomous bite. Smooth as a whisper, sharp as a flame. You'll never forget the name. From the rooftops to secret halls, I move unseen through the city. spider, eyes in the night, playing the game with a venomous bite. Smooth as a whisper, sharp as a flame, you'll always remember the name. Dark Spider. Dark Spider. In the shadows, I take my aim. Every move a part of the game. Silken threads, a deadly art. One strike straight to the heart. Dark Spider, eyes in the night, playing the game with a venomous bite. Smooth as a whisper, sharp as a flame, you'll never forget the name. From the rooftops to secret halls, I move unseen through the city's calls. Every mission, a perfect plan. Every foe knows the spider's hand. Dark Spider, eyes in the night, playing the game with a venomous bite. Smooth as a whisper, sharp as a flame, you'll never forget the name. Threads of fate, pull tight, beware. One wrong move, I'm already there. The web is spun, the trap is set, a game you won't forget. Dark Spider, eyes in the night, playing the game with a venomous bite. Smooth as a whisper, sharp as a flame, you'll always remember the name. Dark Spider. Dark Spider. In the shadows, I take my aim. Every move a part of the game. Silken threads, a deadly art. One strike straight to the heart. Dark Spider, eyes in the night, playing the game with a venomous bite. Smooth as a whisper, sharp as a flame, you'll never forget the name. From the rooftops to secret halls, I move unseen through the city's calls. Every mission, a perfect plan. Every foe knows the spider's hand.
Alright, we're back. We are back. Let me see where we're at. Like I said, I started this, got to the tutorial of it. Once human, it's supposed to be open world, new scenario available. Oops. Open world, I don't know why it's giving me so much grief to turn. There we go. I mean, it's really kind of glitchy here. Hang on a second. Let me see something real quick. Why it's acting like that. Let me respond to this. There we go. Scammers. Alright, let me see if that fixes it. Stop that. Yeah, that seems a little better. Yeah, that's better. Alright. But it's survival, base building, open world shit, so I don't know much about it yet. I'm not sure why there's no sound. Everything else seems to collect 5 dirty water. All the controls seem to be pretty similar to everything else. I'm not liking how it's acting. Alright, so I got the oranges. Here's the water. There we go. Eat an orange. I'm not real sure how to do that yet, so you can stop collecting water, fool. Come on. And like, these things are just messages from other people. I don't even know how to get into the... I know nothing about this game whatsoever. Oh, there it was. Alright. Customize quick bar. Use, discard, discard all. Drinking dirty water, consuming certain ingredients directly can cause sickness, but fruits like oranges and berries can be eaten raw. Bring dirty water and raw ingredients back to your territory and use the stove to cook them into boiled water and dishes before consuming. Okay. Can I add those oranges though to... There we go. Is that all the oranges there were? There's something right there. What is this? Blueberries? Yeah, we'll take those. Give me them. Interesting. So while he's doing that, I want to see oh, so it's like 200, 210. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit of water here and see what's up. We'll get about 400 and be done with it. Because it doesn't say anything about weight. You know, like most of the survival games, you got a weight issue, you know, with carrying. Alright, let's get up here. And that little butterfly thing they gave to me when I did the little opening sequence, I don't know much about that yet either. It said you could eat raw fruit. Alright. So now we gotta go back to our... They have you build like a house immediately once you get out of like the tutorial. So I didn't really build much of a house. Like, I got a little platform over here. It's like way over there. Jesus Christ, the turning is nuts. This looks like food. That's corn. Give me that corn. We'll take corn on the way home. Look at that house somebody built. I don't know why it's acting like that. Reduce speed and no stamina bonus? What does that mean? It says investigate. Here's a creature. I don't want to kill a bunny though. There's another player. So this is, there are definitely other players in here. Alright, so this is my little platform that I made. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that, so. Details, vault, territory upgrade, unlocks mimics. Let's look at the vault. We don't have shit in here. Okay. So 300 looks like the max that you can build. Facility is 2 of 100. I don't know what that means. There, oh, how many things you can have in there? Okay, I got it. I don't remember how to get into the build. It was like left bumper. There we go. Okay, facilities. Furnace. We need copper ore and gravel, which we have. I'm just gonna put it like right here. Change skin. There we go.
use the furnace to refine raw materials into something more practical. We'll need it for advanced items. Nice to meet you. I'm Ripley.
Oh, I see. So you just make... How long does it take? Oh, and then you gotta pick them up. I see. What? Is somebody else here? I thought it said... disassembly bench, so we need 10 and 20. We have that. For now, we're just going to put it here.
Nice. This is a strong foundation for us to build upon.
Primary stove is still locked. Track formula details unlock. Apply current cipher, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that means, but whatever. Oh, we need more charcoal. Okay, okay, so we gotta go back to here. Okay. Because you don't have to craft an axe or a pickaxe. I automatically had these when I started. So.
Did you see Rumble ban 1,500 creators in the program for cheating the system for payout dam means more pay for us that don't woohoo?
No, I didn't know that. What are they talking about? What does that mean? So welcome to the chat. No, I don't know what that actually means, so...
People botting for more money on ad reads.
Oh, I got you.
Ads. Reads.
I got you. That's crazy, though. That is crazy shit. Because how are they going to say that they did it? I mean, you can't prove that. Oh, we don't need some wood. So, to get wood...
Well, good for Rumble for banning them at his fraud.
Oh, okay. Well, all I can say is it's all fucking fake anyways, bro, so... I mean, I don't agree with it either, but I'm just saying that I don't... I mean, Twitch cracked down on it too. Twitch did a real big crackdown on it. They were cutting people's bots left and right. So what were they doing? Were they doing like, were they getting bots for like video views or live views? Because there's some people out there with like 30, 40,000 video views, and it's like, isn't that the same thing? Isn't that botting too?
Live.
Oh, I got you.
And doing advise.
I got you. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but it's the same thing though. I guess the difference is though, is if you're getting botted during your live stream, then you're getting the ad reads, I guess. But I don't see the difference in botting a video or botting a live stream, to be honest. I think it's the same thing. I don't think one should be differentiated from the other one, to be honest. Only have one blueberry? That whole bush only gave me one blueberry? Alright, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, it's already in there. Okay. I don't know where your health and shit is. Where it says it or anything, so don't know for sure. Eat the freshly roasted orange. Oh, it wants me to eat the orange.
Incoming at break.
Let's get some copper. Like I said, you don't need to make these. It automatically gives you the pickaxe and the axe, so. Damn it. I'm gonna go back and see if we can make some of those copper ingots now. Yeah, there it is. Oh. I don't know what we'll use these for yet, but we're gonna have to have them eventually. So, and what do you need? What do you need to make glass? Is that gravel or is that sand? Oh, it's gravel and coal, charcoal. Sorry.
It mean you getting money for ad reads. LOL buys are bad too, but they are talking money from people that don't. So I think that's the problem. And they got banned off Rumble too. Can't see what your PL. Playing only black screen.
Well, shit. I didn't even look. Hopefully it comes up. I don't know why it hasn't come up yet. It's not picking it up at all for some reason. Let me find... Let me back out of here. There we go. Why is it not picking that up? I don't know why it's not picking it up.
In Rumble, check it's on your screen. Not the black one.
No, I know, but I mean, my game capture for some reason is not. It's not wanting to pick it up on Studio.
Studio.
No, I know. It's black everywhere because it's for some reason my game capture is not wanting to pick it up. And I don't know why. I'm gonna change it to something else. And then we'll change it back. Like, it's not working at all for some reason. How weird is that? Like, for some reason, it's not picking up anything at all of a sudden, and I don't know why. It was working fine yesterday. Alright, well, let me do this. Let me get out of here. Let me exit the game. Yep. I'm gonna try to bring it back up. See if that fixes it.
I am surprised no one said anything LOL, 3,000 people watching, and no one told you damn.
Yeah, because even my wife's around too, so I don't know. It's still not picking it up. What the fuck is going on?
Go ask the boss lady. She will know.
Let's see if that changing that does it. I don't see it. It should be.
Because we working.
Come on. Like, it's not picking up anything all of a sudden.
Yep.
It was just working a little bit ago, for fuck's sake. Well, let's do it that way then. What? Yeah, we'll just do it that way. It'll pick it up that way. Would you say I turned that off a long time ago? 3,000? There's no way I got 3,000 people in there. I haven't even looked. Is it changing? Is it following? It should be working now. Looks like it's showing the screen, but it's not. It's not changing though. Fuck, that's not working either. Because it's not changing the screen. What happened? I don't know what the fuck is going on all of a sudden. Huh. Alright, well, I don't know why it's not capturing anything all of a sudden. Hang on, let me pause it again and get out of here. Everything was working just fine just a minute ago. That's crazy shit to me. Let's try Call of Duty here. And see why nothing's working.
Was going to tell you when I frisked Opie up 30 minutes ago, but I thought you were doing something. LOL.
Let's see. I don't know why it's not working all of a sudden. I haven't changed anything. Doesn't make any sense. That's weird. It's been working just fucking fine till just now. It's not picking up Call of Duty now either. What the fuck?
Okay, I will be around. Have to get my things going over here.
All right, buddy. Thanks for telling me.